Hello, I'm host Eric, and I'm the host talking with Spanish people. I'm here with host Tiffany and Spanish person Mandy. Mandy, how are you? I'm host Eric. Nice to meet you.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I would like to personality type you. Would you like to be personality typed?
Sure.
Okay, I have some questions for you then. Number one, do you feel as though you are, which better describes you? I manage other people's emotions, or I make decisions about other people based on how I feel.
Probably that I manage other people's emotions.
Okay. When you're feeling blue, do you need to get out and mix it up, or do you need to go home and recharge?
I need to go home and be with me.
Um, do you feel as though you prefer a clear set of instructions or flexibility to do how you want?
Um, I guess it depends on what it is, but I'd rather have flexibility, so I'd be able to change things up and do it my own way if I needed to.
Okay. Uh, if you had to direct a group of people, say 5 people, would you be inclined to establish protocols or give people sets of areas of responsibility? If you could choose one, if you only choose one.
I'd probably give areas of responsibility.
Okay. Do you think that morality is objective or subjective?
Uh, Clarify. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that right and wrong, like not right and wrong, like the 2 plus 2 is 5 is wrong, but right and wrong, like it's wrong of you to hurt that person, but that kind of right and wrong. Do you think that that kind of right and wrong is objective, can be determined without any doubt, like objectively, like the same way that you could weigh and measure something that's 5 pounds, not 50 pounds? Or do you think that it's subjective, that different people can disagree about um, whether something's right or wrong, and neither of those people be incorrect?
That one.
Okay. Um, would you rather have an evening of fun board games and puzzles with friends, or an evening of chatting in the hot tub with a glass of wine with friends?
If I had friends, probably the hot tub and wine.
So you don't consider yourself a friend-laden individual?
Not really.
I see. Do you feel as though socially you encounter active rejection, or do you feel as though you are isolating to avoid interaction?
I just don't like talking to people. I avoid it at all costs, really.
Hmm.
It was hard to get
Well,
her to do
thank you
this.
for talking to me. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. I try to be not difficult to talk to. Hopefully, I'm not too difficult to talk to.
It's okay.
I'll send you a T-shirt when I send Tiffany a T-shirt. And anyway, let me ask you some more questions. If if you had to cross a canyon that was very deep, and you couldn't go around it, and you had a variety of resources at your disposal to figure out a way across the canyon, what would you do first, given just that information?
Um, I'd have to get across a canyon, you said?
Mm-hmm. It's a deep ravine.
Probably like try to figure out how far it actually is I have to go across.
Okay, how would you go about determining the distance of the ravine?
Uh, Markers, distance markers. I would try at least.
So you see a tree across the ravine. What does that do in terms of a distance marker for you?
Well, I'm terrible at math. I could I don't know. I could try to figure out the tree's distance if it fell. How I don't know. I
Whether it
honestly
would
have no
reach
idea.
the other side, you mean? Make a bridge?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So you're thinking about measuring the height of a tree to determine if you cut it down, if it'll fall, if it'll land on the other side and let you walk across it, right? Smart. You know, this question I never thought of before. I just thought of it right now. It's an interesting question. A deep
I've
ravine.
never I've never told her about the troll question, so you should use that at some
I get
point.
this troll question. I'm interested in this ravine question. Okay,
No,
well, listen, I want you to go back to the beginning of this question. I want you to approach it by asking me for more details to determine how you ought to proceed with the crossing of the ravine. Because right now you don't even know if there are any trees close enough to the edge that this would be relevant on, right?
Right. Well, you said they had a set of things. What do I even
Okay, that'd
have?
be a good question, right? Well, you've got some saws and you've got some lumber,
Okay.
you've got some nails and some hammers. You've also got a plastic swimming pool filled with water and a pile of twine, the sort that you use to bind newspapers together with if you're recycling newspapers. That's what you have. That's what you have in terms of supplies. I have not surveyed the natural environment for you. If you'd like to do that, you could survey that as well. That's a distinct thing.
Yeah.
Okay, there's multiple trees around, but they're all short and squat trees. There's one super big tree, but it's pretty far away from the edge of the ravine, and you can see by looking at it that if you were to chop it down, it wouldn't. Like the top of the tree would land in the ravine. You wouldn't be able to. It might land close enough to the other side that you could jump from the tree to the other side of the ravine if you wanted to be super sketchy, right? But you can tell for sure it's not going to land all the way across, and you're not quite sure how you'd be able to drag it over further, because it's such a big tree, probably impossible. So that's what you're dealing with here. The short trees are all called bristlecone pines, and they're all over 1,000 years old. They're a rare and ancient tree called the bristlecone pine. You can chop them down if you want, but you'll be killing 2,000 years of history or something.
Wow. So there goes the trees. I'm not chopping those down.
And you're not going to chop them down, huh? Okay, that's very moral of you.
I like nature. I've always liked nature.
Now, further away, there you already have some cut up lumber. But if you wanted more lumbery kind of stuff, you would further away from the edge of the ravine is a bunch of like younger trees that aren't that special, right? Just like ordinary pine trees, quick grow pine trees. You could chop them down if you wanted. You still have the problem of how you transport them from further away from the edge back over to the edge. You can chop them small enough, fine. I don't know.
I honestly have no idea.
Hmm. Okay, fine. I don't know either. I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to think about it without being put in this actual situation.
So you think you'd feel a lot more confident about what to do if you were looking at the stuff in person?
I think I'd be more confident if that's the only thing I had to do. If I was actually stuck in a situation, that's what I had to do.
If
I
you
can't get that
if you were to
mindset.
if you were to approach a construction site and you saw a bunch of materials there, which do you think you'd be more likely to do? Go, aha, they're building a stadium there, or go, ooh, I know what I could do if I could get that tool there and those things right there. I could make a little ramp or something. Which of those two things are you more likely to do if you upon looking at a construction site full of materials and tools?
Seeing the construction site, I'd probably just be like, oh, they're building a whatever it is they're building.
The first thing? Okay. Interesting. All right. I'm ready to do some typing diagnoses on you. So, I think Hmm. Interesting. Well, I think you have NI, I think you have FE, I think you have TI, and that would mean SE. NI, TI, SE, FE. What are the possible which ones are the possible combinations of that?
No idea, Eric. I don't know this stuff like you do.
God damn it. Am I supposed to be some kind of expert or something?
More than me.
NI, SE, TI, and what else did I say? FE. Now, I could be wrong on the FE and the...
I think...
If I were wrong on the FE and the TI, it would be NI, SE, TE, and FI. If it were that, if you were NI, SE, TE, FI...
You can ask more questions if you want. Okay. I'm here anyway.
I mean, the thing is, I feel like I have enough information. Well, okay, let me figure out something else here. When you play video games, I know you play video games. Do you play resource distribution games, open-ended sandbox games like SimCity, first-person shooter games, or what?
MMORPGs.
Okay.
Mostly. Or I play single player like fantasy games like Fable or stuff like that. Dragon Age. Stuff you can get like into and you have to complete 100%, and I do it like
immersive.
Over and over. Immersive games.
INTP.
Really?
Or ISTP. I think it's a T. You think F?
I mean, we were partially under the impression, yes, but I mean that was just from a test, but like one of the, like 16, like one of those online tests. But
look, here's the thing: who likes Swords and Dragons shit? NTPs more than anybody else.
That's why she likes it, though.
Why do you like Swords and Dragons shit?
Why do I like what?
Like, why do you like the video games that you like? Like, what about them do you like?
Because I have a lot of online friends.
Like, that's her social area.
That's I have so many. All my friends are online. I'm also addicted to Tumblr.
I would agree with you on the N. I don't think she's got the T.
Okay, well, you're right. I didn't ask. I should have explored that question more, I guess. Okay, so then that would be, you're looking at either INFP. See, INFP is the type I know least well. I don't know anything about them. I don't know any INFPs.
That's what we thought.
Or ISFP. If you are an INFP, that would explain why I can't figure out what you are at all, because I've never typed anybody as an INFP before. I don't know anything about INFPs, and I feel as though they're complete. I don't know anything about them. I've heard that they're easy to offend. Are you easy to offend?
Very short temper. She said she has a very short temper.
Oh, well, if the stereotype's true, that would be consistent with INFP. But like I said, I don't know any. I would guess the reason I don't know any is because I'm very easy offending, right? If somebody's easy to offend, they're not usually going to like me very much because I'm easily offensive.
The thing with me is when I get used to a group of friends, we could all like screw around and make fun of each other, and that's fine. But if they could say something innocent, and I could take it a very wrong way, and I'll realize it later. But I'll just like get off voice chat, say fuck them, get really mad, not ignore them all, and like I have a very short fuse.
Well, that's what they say about INFPs. But like I said, it's a foreign type to me. So it's interesting to meet you. If that is in fact your experience of life, and that's what they say about INFPs, do you think that that's annoying to you that you are like that? Do you wish you were otherwise, or you feel as though everybody else can go fuck themselves?
I don't like people at all. So I mean, I used to be like social as a child, but I really just don't like people at all. You know, in the whole.
INFP is got the same stack as ENFP, but in a different order. So that would be uh, FI first.
I think so. Yeah, let me look it up.
FI first, then that would mean um, TE last. Is that right?
It's
Yeah.
FI TE no FINESITE.
Okay. Well, I can. There's definitely the NE is. You guys share the NE is indisputable, right? There's no disputing that whatsoever. And the
And
getting fussy about you not cleaning the bathroom, that's very TEFI combo.
so wait, she just asked what NE was. NE is interpreting situations and relationships and pick up meanings and interconnections to other contexts.
NE is me. I'm 100% pure NE all the time.
That's our dominating function.
It's like, oh, let's do more crazy shit. I got some more crazy ideas, but not stupid crazy shit like SE dumbs, where you go, oh, let's go rollerblading down the mountain. That's SE dumb, right? NE dumb is, ooh, let's go blow up everyone's metaphysics. At least that's NETI dumb. I don't know, but the point is, NE is possibilities. It's possibilities generating. When you see something, you think, here are possible things I could do with it. Here are possible ways I could utilize this. When you're in your social environment online, you're probably thinking, here are possible ways I could maneuver within this social environment. You know?
Right.
So, I mean, the thing is, I don't quite understand NE as well when it's paired with FI as I do when it's paired with TI. It manifests in specific ways with it paired with TI, which are, we like to argue. I like to argue anyway. And we tend to always think we're right. I tend to always think I'm right. You don't approve of that, huh? You always think he's right? I got some bad news for you. I got some bad news for you. He probably is. He's an ENTP. Like I said, I offend easily. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm a woman. I'm always right.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Say again?
I said I'm a woman. I'm always right.
Okay, well, that's true. Look, I mean, there's a certain amount of get along that's wise in any relationship. And I feel confident that you are, in fact, INFP, based on my total lack of knowledge regarding INFP. Thank you for being on Talking with Famous People so much, Mandy. It was a pleasure meeting you and talking with you. And thank you, viewers, for watching another exciting episode of Talking with Famous People.